Hey, good evening, everyone. Happy Saturday night. I hope you guys had a great day. I know it's kind of late, but I wanted to still come live, and part of it is the topic that I picked tonight, keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. And one of the promises that I made was that I was going to come live every day, right, and talk to you guys. And so I do, even when I'm tired and it's late and it's later than I wanted it to be. To do this, I could have easily just said, forget it. Nobody will know the difference, right? You guys will all be fine if I don't go live tonight, right? And I'm sure every one of you would be. But I come live because I made the promise that I was going to. I made the commitment that I was going to, that I was going to come and share my thoughts and and interact with you guys every day. And so I do that, right? And I think it's really important, which is part of why I picked the topic that I picked tonight, because I hear it so often. Like, right, we make promises to other people. We tell other people that we're going to do things for them. And there's no question, we always do it, right? Because we're not going to leave somebody else out. We're not going to not hold true to our word when we're talking to somebody else. But why do we do it to ourselves? Why do we not, think highly enough of ourselves to keep our word to ourselves? And this is something that I really, really work at and really struggle with and think about a lot. Right? How important that is. And especially lately, I've been paying attention to that to myself, because I don't know about you, but I will say, today I'm going to be on my plan. I'm going to be perfect, right? Or I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and something comes up, and I can always easily convince myself, it's okay if I don't stick to it today. It's okay if I don't do what I said I was going to do, because, right, it's not hurting anybody else. But that's not true. It's hurting me. Right? It's hurting me every time I don't keep the promises that I make to myself. It is hurting somebody. It's hurting me. And I am, need to make sure that I protect myself, because nobody else is going to protect me. Right? And that's so important for all of us to remember. As moms, for me as a mom, as a wife, right? My kids tend to come first. My husband tends to come first. My friends come first. My clients come first. My coaches that I work with, they all come first, right? And all these things, and at the end of the day, sometimes I get to the point where I haven't taken care of me. I haven't kept the promises to myself. And that's not good, because the truth is, if I don't take care of me, I'm not effective to everybody else that I'm trying to help. And that's one of the things that I've really learned over the last 3.5 years, that I have to take care of myself. I have to keep the promises to myself, so that not only can I be good for myself, but I can be good for all the people that I care about, that I want to be able to take care of, and then I want to be able to keep those promises to as well, right? Because if we don't keep the promises to ourselves, who's going to keep a promise to us, right? Who's going to do it? Why? If I'm not worthy of myself, why should anybody else think I'm worthy of it? So it's really, really, really important to remember that and to keep those promises to yourselves. And one of the things that, I talk about a lot, and I talk about a lot with clients, is every time we break a promise to ourselves, it reinforces the ego, that ego part of our brain, or like I like to call it, the drunk monkey part of our brain, and that tells us that we're not going to stick to it, right? So it makes it harder and harder every time we go to do it. The way it works, the way our brain works, is that ego part. That ego part always wants to be right. That's just how it is. That's just how we are made, scientifically proven, right? That piece of our brain always wants to be right. So when we constantly break promises to ourselves, every time we make a promise to ourselves, it gets harder and harder and harder to keep it, because that piece of our brain, that ego piece of our brain, or as I call it, the drunk monkey piece of our brain, cheers us on not to keep it, because it wants to be right, because it figures we're not going to keep it anyway. So it's going to keep saying, don't keep it, don't break, break it, break it, break it, break it, break it. Right? But we can change that. We have the power in ourselves to change that. Every time we actually keep that promise to ourselves, it negates that. It kills that piece of it, and the ego goes, "Oh no, I was wrong." Right? And when we do that several times, all of a sudden, then the ego, or the drunk monkey, starts changing its tune and starts encouraging us to keep our word to ourselves, whatever that's for, because it wants to be right, and we've proven it wrong too many times. It's really, really powerful how we can make that switch, right? So if you struggle with keeping promises to yourself, which can be really hard, we all can. We all struggle with that. Many of us struggle with it. I don't say we all. Many of us struggle with it, right? But first we have to make that decision that we're going to do that, right? Make a decision that you're worth it. You are worth it to keep those promises, right? You are worth it to stick to your plan, whatever that plan is. I'm not just talking weight loss. I'm talking whatever it is, whatever your plan is. You are worth it, right? Tell yourself that. Hang up a sign saying, I am worth it, right? Because you are worth it. I'm here to tell you, you are worth it, right? And then work through that. And every single time you knock down that ego, you tell that ego to be quiet, that drunk monkey piece to be quiet, that you're going to actually do this, it gets easier and easier and easier, because then that voice in your head starts changing its tune. So if you're struggling with something, I know I've been struggling with it a lot lately, right? Trying to stick to my plan. And, it's been tough. It's been a tough few weeks. And I go through this every so often, right? Like I've told you guys before, I hit my healthy weight I'm about to hit my 3-year goal at that, right? And I keep myself within a 5-pound range, right? And I don't let myself get any higher than that. And I'm going to be completely honest. I'm right at that top of that 5-pound range. It's been a rough couple of months, right? And I've been hovering in that, and that's okay, right? I'm still in that healthy range, which I'm okay with. Last December, when I had really focused and really said I'm going to get a whole bunch more off and had changed my level, I got down way below that, down to my lowest that I had ever been. And I sort of, things happen, and I kept that 5-pound range that I was okay staying within, and I've let myself slide back up in there, and I'm in that 5-pound healthy range, but that's not really where I want to be. To be completely honest, that's not where I really want to be. I really want to be back down where I was last December when I was rocking. I felt really good there. And so that's actually sort of my new goal, right? To get myself back down there. And I am being completely honest with you guys right now. I am totally honest. I'm an open book on all of this, right? So even though I'm in that healthy weight range that I set 3.5 years ago, I really want to be lower than that. And I really need to be lower than that for a whole lot of reasons, right? When I start to get up at the top of that 5-pound range, I start to feel icky, right? I start to get some of the old things back, and and that's not where I want to be. So I'm saying to you guys, I'm on this. Now my goal is to lose probably 15 pounds, right? So that I am well below. I take off those 5 to get back in my range, and then to go down another 10. That's my goal, is 15 pounds. So who's in it with me? Who wants to do this with me? I know I threw out a challenge the other day that I have 5 spots for 5 new clients who want to lose 20 pounds in 5 weeks, right? I can't guarantee 20 pounds in 5 weeks, but I see it a lot. Depending on how much you've got to lose, it's very realistic. If you only have 20 pounds to lose, my guess is it's going to take you a little bit longer. But it's totally doable, right? And let's do this together. Who wants to do it? I actually already have 2 people who have jumped on, and I have 4 more health assessments set over the next 2 days for people who are interested. But let's do it, right? Don't worry about that. Let's do it. I can probably have space to help a few more than 5 people left in this month, get them started. So let's do this, right? Let's rock this and lose this with me. Who is in? Who over the next 5 weeks wants to lose 15 to 20 pounds? Because if that's you, let's do this together. We are in this together, right? My plan of action, I'm committed to starting tomorrow to do that, to really be spot on. And I'm going to report back to you guys. I'm going to report back to you as to how I'm doing, right? Because it's going to help hold me accountable. Spot on is my plan, starting tomorrow. I've been half on, which is why I've been hovering, right? That doesn't do me any good. It's fine if when I want to hover. I do great at maintenance. I have mastered, it's not maintenance, optimization. I have mastered optimization over the last 3.5 years, which for me is a huge goal. That is a huge thing, because before learning all my new healthy habits that I've learned on this amazing program that I now coach, before learning the healthy habits, I would have lost the 75 pounds 3.5 years ago, right? But I would not have kept it off. I would still be struggling. I would have put it all back on and probably more, right? But I keep it off because I've learned those healthy habits, and I've learned how to rein it in when I have a rough day, not to let a rough day turn into a rough week, a rough month, a rough year, right? Everybody has rough days. That's the reality. But I also know that anybody can do anything for a certain amount of time to rein it in and to get yourself to a healthy goal. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to coach you. I'm here to help you pull it all the way through. So if you're in it with me, let me know. You can either you can comment here when you pick this up, give me a hashtag replay as if you pick this up in the replay, send me a private message, right? Let's do this. Let's do this together. together. I've got some special things going on for those people who want to join in and join me with this. Private message me to ask about it. And we're gonna do this together, right? We are all in this together. So have a great night. I'm gonna head to bed soon. It's already late, and I'm up later than I wanted to be. And you can hear I have a little bit of a cold going on here. But the truth is, what is one of the most biggest perks that I have received over the last 3.5 years of getting healthy is I used to always get this, right, sometime around now, and then it would go to my chest and it would hang on for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I would be sick all winter. I can tell you that's not what happens anymore. Since I made the change to my life 3.5 years ago, hey Shira, and Gail, since I made the change to my life 3.5 years ago and gotten myself really healthy and gotten myself into a better place and changed my nutrition and changed everything, when I pick up a cold like this, it doesn't go to my chest anymore. This will hang on for 2 days, 3 days maybe, and then it disappears. And I can already feel it. Yesterday it was worse. I had the whole sinus headache and whatever, and now it's just sort of sitting in my, but it'll be gone. Give it a couple of days, it'll be gone. It will never make it to my chest. And I know that because I'm totally, totally healthy. Shira wants to be in it too. Okay, let's talk tomorrow. And you know, it's a big change, right? Getting healthy, it's one small piece is the weight loss, but it's what it does for your entire body, right? I mean, I've been running, burning the candle at both ends since before the bat mitzvah all the way through. Right now, I've got 3 kids in school that are bringing everything home. So the fact that I picked up a little bit of a cold, this is nothing for me. It'll be gone. I've been pumping my body with some vitamin C and some Zicam the last 2 days. It's going to be gone. Like, I can already feel that this is just on its way out. So I hope you have a great night, but I am going to go get some healthy sleep so that I can help it finish its way out, right? Healthy sleep is super important. And we will talk tomorrow. And anybody who wants to be on that to lose these next 15 to 20 pounds over the next 5 weeks, even with the Jewish holidays starting, it is possible. I am starting this. It is Rosh Hashanah is next week, but I am starting tomorrow. I could easily use the excuse, I'll wait till after the holidays. Nope, not happening. Tomorrow is when I get started back on and get myself going, because I want to feel rockin' awesome through the holidays, right? I don't want to worry through the holidays. I don't want to feel like, ugh, and then get through the holidays and be up another few pounds and really miserable and outside of my range. Nope. Not happening. I am on this. So if you're on it with me, Gail and Shira are already saying they want to be on. I'm going to talk to them tomorrow. Anybody else who wants to be on, message me and let's get you started. We're going to all start this together. Have a great night, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.